A new update for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is now out, and it has a ton of bug fixes for parkour, combat gameplay improvements, and quest fixes. Let's dive into some of the key changes. The biggest change that they have added in this update is that we can now remove the blowpipe from Edward's back. Everybody was asking for this, and they finally delivered. To do this, you can go to an outfit and choose to hide the blowpipe for that outfit using the toggle button. These are great changes indeed, because some outfits really don't need a blowpipe on the back. But what I immediately noticed after removing the blowpipe is that there is now a empty loop of leather. I don't know if that can be removed or not, but hopefully something can be done about that. Otherwise, this already looks super clean. Ubisoft has also brought back the ability to toggle the hood on during Leap of Faith. This was accidentally removed in the previous update, but now it's back, which is awesome to see. Ubisoft also secretly added a change that wasn't even mentioned in the patch notes and totally surprised me. All of a sudden, the Mayan armor now has a hood. And I mean, like, seriously, anybody who plays the original would know that this was much needed. This also leaves me wondering whether they can add something else, like a mask for the Templar armor, because with this outfit, Edward never really has a chin. Maybe we get something similar to AC Rogue like the Shay's killer outfit, because that would be insane. They also fixed a remapping issue for controller where if you set R2 as hold to sprint, you wouldn't be able to do parkour like jumping or climbing at all. But now that has been fixed, so the parkour stuff should work just fine. As for the ability wheel, that will still conflict, so you would have to remap that to something else. Another big fix for PC players as well were cutscenes were locked at 30 FPS in certain graphic settings, and this has now been fixed. There's also some rope dart fixes where if Edward gets hit by an enemy while using the rope dart or after finishing a hang assassination, the quick use rope dart from your ability wheel would stop working completely. That has now been fixed, so the ability remains usable after those situations. Some other changes for the rope dart as well. Previously, guards were reacting too slowly when they saw a body hanging from a rope dart, but now the guards should react much faster and go into search mode. However, I was not able to tell that much of a difference from this one. There's also some fixes for combat gameplays. I didn't even know that this was a bug. So previously, Edward was not able to perform leg sweeps on enemies that are looking at him or in an attentive state. This has now been fixed. And just to be clear, this doesn't actually change anything for the kick sweeps during combat. Enemies would still dodge the way they were doing before. By the way, if you want to perform a 100% kick sweep on the enemies, just give them a couple of hit first or attack them from the back, and that will give you a 100% chance to kick sweep the normal enemies. The Brute's enemies have also been fixed as well. Before this, they weren't as aggressive as they were supposed to be. Like here, where I was trying to get a shot from the photo mode and the Brute just randomly showed up out of nowhere and threw me off. So yeah, expect Brutes to start charging at you more now. One quick tip as well, if they start charging at you, you can actually push kick them to stop it. There's also an issue where Edward would trigger a takedown when waltzing over an enemy. That's also fixed. They've also made some small fixes for naval combat, where Edward wasn't always turning to look where he was aiming in naval combat. If you did run into that issue, this should now feel a lot better. Some fixes for the enemy ships as well, where it's dealing no damage when ramming the jackdaw at certain angles. That was definitely unintended and is now fixed. They've also added a missing tutorial where you throw your reals to create a distraction. The Kraken wheel at the Hubbermaster store has also been fixed to display the cost correctly. The number of autosaves has now been increased from 5 to 10, so you can now save more game states. There were also some bug fixes, especially this one where Edward would fast travel to a synchronized point while sprinting and jumping down, he's gonna end up sliding all over the place, which I thought was actually kind of funny. They also fixed a bug where players were able to travel to unsynchronized viewpoints in Havana. It also includes a bunch more fixes for the main quest lines, like Mayan armor could sometimes be unobtainable if you collected the stone too early, so definitely go test it out. And of course, we have some other audio improvements and some gameplay improvements not mentioned here. I'll leave the full details to the patch notes in the description, and let me know if you're still running into any of the bugs. For now, peace.